Arkansas 3-7 last year in year one with Sam Pittman. This was one of the spots where, in particular, I'm thinking, man, this is a team that with a full spring practice, with a full off season, this could really matter because offensive coordinator Kendall Briles, somebody who we consider to be, on the, I guess, still cutting edge, but at least an offensive coordinator worth respecting beyond just his last name. He has a little bit more time to be able to get out there and try and install what he wants the Hogs to be. Now at quarterback, with Felipe Franks gone, it's going to be either KJ Jefferson or Malik Hornsby. And he does have 5 starting offensive line back if everybody can stay healthy. That was a little bit of a problem for the Razorbacks, and a good wide receiver in Treylon Burks. Similar to Ole Miss, my big concern and my big question defensively is going to be about the pass rush because they did not have a pass rush last year. It was a lot of, wasn't Arkansas, Bud, the one you talked about where it's like, we're just going to drop 8, just rush 3, drop 8 every single time. So I don't know if that's the game plan again, or if that was the, like, we didn't have any time to install game plan, but the Razorbacks have some intriguing spots where I think that they should be benefited by having full spring, full summer, and probably look a little bit more like what Sam Pittman imagined when he was hired.
Yeah, no, I would like to see a change in the defensive approach, like you mentioned, but the drop 8, they played a ton of umbrella stuff last year, and it was okay in that, like, they didn't have terrible defensive numbers against the pass, but they were kind of just averages. They weren't very good. And just like the pass rush, they ranked, let's see, 121st nationally in pressure rate, and they weren't much better in sack rate at 117th. It's hard to consistently win without, on the defensive side of the ball, without getting pressure on the quarterback. And if we look at another stat that's just pass rush pressure, in that there's a stat from that we have access to from what's the company called, from True Media. Yeah, that tells you like the percentage of snaps that the defensive line won against the offensive line. The national average was 52.9%. Arkansas was dead last in the SEC at 47.5%. So even with everybody else dropping back into coverage, the defensive line just wasn't winning enough battles to create pressure on the quarterback. And I think that is a step that we need to see Arkansas take this year.
Can we fight?
We're going to see improvement. Yeah,
like
go for
it. I know we don't, like the lock fight thing, but like Tom, I just disagree. I think they need to keep doing what they're doing. Like, I don't think they have the players to do other stuff. And I think that Arkansas should be commended for the incredible humility and honesty that it had with himself, that our guys can't run, right? We don't have anybody who can rush the passer up front. We're just going to be the most humblest, just like conservative defense out there. And they were. I mean, look at these numbers. This is absolutely crazy to me. So they were 113th in completion percentage allowed, 67. They were 6th in passing explosiveness allowed, right? It was like they were playing A&M's offense every game. And dude, I mean, like they knew who they were. They were like the ultimate no big plays, no big plays, no big plays. Let's play red zone roulette game. And that is a really good strategy. It's almost like, Chip, you play golf, right? You got the old guy on a course. He's 210 off the tee. If you play well, you're going to beat him, but he never hits the ball out of bounds. If you play poorly, he's going to beat you. Arkansas doesn't have the guys to beat the better teams in the SEC. I think the style they play absolutely allows them to make a bowl game, which should be the goal at Arkansas. They're never going to contend for the West. I think what they do is really smart based on the quality of player that they have. Personally, is it boring? Is it hopeless? Yeah, but like it's effective for their goals.
You're literally arguing for something that you just said is boring and hopeless. Like,
but it's effective to reach their goals. Like, it's no fun to hit a 210 off the tee. And, but like 5s beat 6s, right?
I get that, but shouldn't you strive to have a pass rush, strive to get the players that will allow you to change that scheme? That's what I'm saying. I'd like to see, because like they limited passing explosiveness, but 35% of the pass attempts they allowed resulted in a first down. So,
but not a 40-yard first down.
No, but still, you get a first down. That's below average nationally. So it wasn't very good. It's just like you're kind of just extending the likely points that you're going to surrender. Like if you're just giving the other team 5-6 yards a pop, well, teams are going to take 5-6 yards a pop. And then again, they're playing the red zone roulette. We can get a stop.
Not all teams. Remember Ole Miss last year? Matt Corral would not take the 5-6 yards a pop. He wanted 14, 15 yards a pop, and he got picked 6 times. This is their formula to win.
I think
college kids ain't that disciplined.
Strive for more. I think that if they need to find a better pass rush, and that way that will change things up. Because I understand what you're saying, in that if you're Arkansas, getting to 6-6, 7-5, going to bowls should be the goal. But for every fan base, like if I'm Sam Pittman and I start, like right now, Arkansas fans are going to be happy that I'm going 6-6, 7-5, going to bowls. They're like, woo, we're going in the right direction. If I keep posting 6-6, 7-5 seasons, I'm not going to be there very long.